tonight. Thursday Night Live with Barb. Yay! Free stamping class. So it must be 4 Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern because I'm live on YouTube. And look, I'm wearing a crown today because it's my birthday. So I thought, why not be a queen for a day, right? So here we are. Me in a crown. And yeah. And you guys, I have some very, very, very good news to share with you all this evening. Look, I just found this about an hour ago. Yay, it's my basket die. I could not believe it. So I'll kind of wait until some of you guys get on here and I'll tell you where it was. Yeah, kind of crazy. Of course, it was in the last place I looked. Yeah, so I was pretty happy. So this is like, Dina says it's a birthday miracle. And I said, I'm going to use that line tonight in my live. So here it is, Barb's birthday miracle. I found my die. Very excited. It couldn't have happened last week, you know, when I was filming the videos for my class, but luckily I had most of the stuff already cut out. Because as I make the cards or as I, prepare the cards, you kind of make things, as you go, and then you use them in the video. So I had pretty much everything done. So yay. I'm going to stick it up here on my filing cabinet. Everybody hear that? Filing cabinet, in case I come back and say I lost it again. That's where it is. Oh, some of you are commenting on my hair. Yeah, it's pretty blonde right now. Yeah, and it's really long. And the reason it's so long is because we're getting ready to go on vacation. We go up to a lake in Montana. And the one thing I hate about this vacation is you have to be in a swimming suit pretty much all day, every day. And not a big fan of that. But it's a great vacation, except that I do not have beach hair. My hair is very curly, frizzy, trollish. Like, if you remember those trolls where you spin them on the top of a pencil and their hair would just go all crazy? That's what my hair looks like. Unless I take the time to blow dry it straight and then I use a flat iron to smooth it all out and everything. It's a process. But when I'm up camping at a lake, I don't have time, number one, or energy, number two, or the electricity that it would require to make your hair like this every day. So my hair is pretty awful, I have to tell you. But it's a lot better if it's longer. And so I usually let it grow for like the months of May, June, and July. I don't really get it cut very much, just so that when it kind of starts to curl up and frizz out, it doesn't look as bad as it does if it's like my normal shortness. So that's why my hair is a bit long right now. And it'll be long until I get back and get my hair done again in August. And then I will have her do a good cut and clean it up and all that good stuff. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited. And yes, it's my birthday. So exciting. I don't think I've ever been live on my actual birthday. Of course I've been live the week of my birthday, maybe the day before, a couple days after, but never on the actual day of my birthday. So this is kind of exciting. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret here. Oh my gosh, Patty, thank you so much. Patty just gave me a cute little tip. Oh, what is that? That's like a little jumping radio. That's so sweet. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Thank you, Patty, so much. Here's a little secret. I don't think my husband remembers it's my birthday. Is that not the most hilarious thing you've ever heard? I really don't think he does. Because he got up this morning, I made his breakfast and got him off to work. Not a word. He came home for lunch. We had lunch. Not a word. And I kind of feel funny about it because I'm like, he's one of those guys that, I don't know, I usually take care of all that stuff. I take care of all the birthdays, all the nieces, nephews, his parents, my parents. I take care of all that stuff. It's just something I've always done. I don't mind doing it. And he doesn't have to do it, even like for his own mother. He doesn't send his mother something for her birthday. I take care of that for him. So sometimes I'll like hint around that my birthday's coming, but this time I didn't say a word. I was mum's the word because I wanted to see if he would remember it was my birthday. So I don't think he's going to remember, which is really hilarious. And I think that my daughter did remember. She's mailed me something. It's in our mailbox. And my son, who knows if he's going to remember. A lot of times my daughter will remind him. So it's possible that he might have something for me when I go upstairs to have dinner. We'll see. And then, of course, if my husband sees that, he's going to freak out and I'm just going to laugh my head off. I should take my phone up there and like video his reaction. I should go up there with my crown and he can say, "Why are you wearing a crown?" And I go, "It's my birthday," and see his face. Oh my gosh, I'm literally going to die laughing, you guys. I'll see if I can maybe catch a clip of his totally shocked face when he realizes it's my birthday and he forgot. So I suppose he'll be going to the store tomorrow then to get me a present or something, or I'll just be able to buy myself whatever I want, which I'm fine with that too. So anyways, thank you guys so much. All the love. I've been getting tagged on Facebook all day today. I've gotten some emails. I've gotten text messages. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that you are sending me all those birthday wishes. It just makes the day just that much more fun, you know? So, and I found my die. If you guys are just joining us, I found my die literally like an hour ago. And so, yes. And you guys are wondering if Dina's okay. Dina is fine. There's just some things, and you know, we all have things that we're going through, and sometimes they just require more of our time than we normally have in a regular day to give. So everything's fine. So yeah. Okay. I also have a cute little thing to share with you guys. Oh my gosh. Susan says, my ex-husband actually argued with me about when my birthday was. Yes, Susan, no wonder he's your ex. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Men, sometimes they're just really, really funny. You know what I'm saying? Just really funny. And here's another fun little story. When we got married, I had our wedding date engraved on the inside of his wedding band. So he can never tell me that he doesn't know when we got married. So he can never use that as an excuse that he doesn't know what the date of our wedding was. So there you go, ladies. If you're not married and you're wanting to make sure your husband doesn't forget your anniversary. Okay, I'm not going to say that he's never forgotten, but he has no excuse now because he literally has it engraved on the inside of his wedding band. Anyway, okay. Oh my gosh, Trish, thank you so much. Trish just gave me a little flying, looks like a little workout dude. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I love you guys so much. You just make my whole day. Okay, I think I'm going to flip the camera because I have a fun little inappropriate thing to share with you. But I just love inappropriate stuff sometimes. And then we'll do some blah, blah. I've got some cards to share with you, and then I'll show you the stuff that I made last week. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera, so hold on to yourselves. I know sometimes this is really annoying when people flip their cameras, and I know it's annoying for me too. Okay, and then I'm going to... Shella says she did the same thing with her husband's wedding band, engraved the thing. And yeah, sometimes, you know, you just figure it's just better, because then... I don't know. Okay, we've got the camera set. Did I find a new picture? Oh my gosh, Sherry, no. I have been doing my workaround, which is a giant pain in the rear end, but I need to have time to research what I want, and I don't know exactly what that is right now. So, and I don't have time. I'm leaving next Saturday for 2 weeks to go up camping, so I've got to do all this work that I have, plus I have to clean our camper. I have to stock the camper. I have to go shopping for the camper. I have to get the laundry. There's so many things. Anyways, Tony, I'm going to tell you guys here in just a second. Susan, I don't know. The only thing I know about is the cards and envelopes. Okay, so Tony wants to know where my die was hiding. I'm going to show you. This is so funny. So I have my blocks, these bigger ones, stacked next to my stamp sets over on my other side of my desk. So they're just like this. And there's usually 2 more of these, okay? Well, the project that I'm doing for you guys today, I needed 2 of these. So I pulled them both out and I was using them or whatever. And then I went to put one of them back. Well, this die was kind of separated from this one. And that's where that stupid die was. Right in between these 2 blocks. It must have gotten stuck when I put this block away last week and I didn't even realize it. And that's where it was. So yeah, kind of crazy, but thank goodness I found it. So yeah. Okay. So here's something that's inappropriate that I just love this so much. I found these on Amazon a number of years ago. I was looking for some pencils and I just wanted some fun pencils, you know, because I use pencils frequently down here, but I wanted something fun. Well, these pencils popped up. They're completely inappropriate. As you can see, I have blocked off all of the inappropriate words that are on them. They are called F Brilliant pencils for writing down. Okay. And so on the pencils, there are 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They have these little phrases stamped in the ends of them. So like here is one of the pencils, and I love it. They're black and gray, and then they have something inappropriate stamped on them. So we have one that says, take note. What does it even say? Oh, and the word B. I didn't block the side. Oh, Sharon, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. No, I didn't. Okay, don't look at the sides. Nobody say it. Nobody say it. Anyways, they're hilarious and I love them and I wanted to share them because I'm assuming that some of you that are watching me are also possibly inappropriate at times. And they just make me smile when I go to use it. It just gives me a chuckle for the day. And that's the end of that. So I did link these below in the Amazon list that I have down below because I know some of you guys are going to like it. I just know that you are. And so I felt like I should share. So anyways, those are my F Brilliant pencils. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I showed the side of it. I can't fix it. There's nothing I can do except to apologize in case you know what I'm saying. I'm inappropriate at times. What can I say? Okay, so now we are going to go through some cards that I've gotten in the mail. This is a card that I got from one of my team members, Shanna. I give my team members little like gift cards each month, depending on their sales and recruiting efforts and whatever. And they can save them up and then I'll buy them things with them. And so Shanna wanted the deckled rectangles. And so she sent me the cards back and then she sent me a nice little note in there. So thank you, Shanna. This is a card from one of my team members, Barbara. It's my birthday card. And so isn't that beautiful? Barbara does amazing work. Of course, she has a fantastic name also. And so, yes, and she doesn't sign her cards. She has this little sticky note that she puts in her cards instead of signing them. So thank you so much, Barbara. And this is a card from another one of my team members, Denise. It is also a birthday card. Sharon. I'm so embarrassed, you guys. I thought here I took all this time to cover up all the inappropriate words on the thing, not realizing for 1 second that there was a completely bold, inappropriate word on the side of the box. So maybe Sharon was the only one that noticed it. Probably not. Sorry. A card from my team member, Denise. Beautiful, beautiful, using that beautiful sunflower. Here is a card from somebody who's in my In Color Club. She comes and picks up her packages. And look at this beautiful card that she made for me. Wow. Is that not amazing? So thank you to Lynn. I love it very much. She even decorated her envelope. Isn't that pretty? And then I got this beautiful card from Tana when she sent me a check for her product share bundle. So look at this beautiful, beautiful card. And then finally, I have another card from my team member, Mary Ellen. Look at this fun little card. Oh my gosh. And the hippos. How adorable are they? And she sent me the nicest, sweetest note. So thank you so much, Mary Ellen. So those are all the cards that I've gotten, you guys. So thank you to those of you that have sent me cards. I appreciate that very much. And then finally, here are the 3 cards that I made last week. We had this fun card using the Rings of Love Celebration Designer Series paper. And then this kind of quick throw together butterfly card. And then this is actually one of the cards in my Cheerful Basket class that I just got done. I've mailed out all the kits yesterday. Unless you ordered the bundle, I had to get the bundles in. So they're going to be arriving today, or no, tomorrow. And then I will get your kits out with your bundles. So there you go. All right. So we just had Amy say that there is nothing else sold out except those note cards and envelopes. So that's good news because you still have a couple days left to order from my online store and receive a package of free fine sparkle adhesive backed gems. So if you order $75, you're going to get a free celebration item. Plus I'm going to mail you some gems. So make sure you get those orders in by the 23rd because I got to mail them out. I'm hoping to mail them out. I already have some mailed out before I leave, which I leave on the 30th. So there you go. Okay. Of course, celebration, you know, if you're shopping, you earn free items with your $50 and $100 orders. If you host a workshop or a party, or you order your own $300 amount, You'll get the free pomegranate set, which is super amazing. And then, of course, if you join Stampin' Up! Right now, you get this free gorgeous planner. So if you're not a demonstrator and you're thinking about becoming a demonstrator, it's never a bad idea to become a demonstrator. There is literally no risk involved to you whatsoever. You spend your $100 or you spend your $99 plus. Jean says she just found them on Amazon and she'll put them on her wish list. There is a link in the description of this video, you guys, if you want to get there quickly. And of course, anything you guys order through my links, I earn a tiny bit of money, and I do mean like pennies. But it adds up that I can order some candy every once in a while and eat it while I'm creating fantastic projects for you guys. So if you join, which you should, you'll get a free planner, and you literally have no reason not to. If you can't meet your $300 a quarter minimum requirements, they just drop you. That's it. Nothing happens. And you can literally sign up again if you want to. So there's no risk involved at that at all. All right. Catalog kickoff party. We are well into it, you guys. You have let's see, tomorrow is the last day to post your cards for all the challenges. We'll be giving the prizes away on Saturday. Dina still has one live to do. Tomorrow we have our live with our 3 very special guests, which is going to be super exciting tomorrow afternoon. And of course, the make and take packets. We're getting to the end of when you can order those because we're going to be shipping them out next week. So if you're interested in the make and take packet, the description video of the video has a link in that, and you can order that from me. Okay. The Ringed with Nature online class. I just got all these kits done. They're going to be going out of here tomorrow. Not that I still have extras. Of course, I made a few extras. So if you want this class, you can still get it. And yes, my Cheerful Basket class, I have gotten some really awesome feedback about it, that the cards are amazing, and they are. This was one of them that I made last week for you guys. So this is one of the cards that you will be making in the class. So keep that in mind. It's amazing. I still have a few Best Butterflies classes left, and a few Nature's Prints, along with some other classes too, but that's not a big deal. And of course, Stamp Happy Academy. If you guys are Stamp Happy Academy members, you have been getting the catalog kickoff for free, which is a total bonus for you. If you're a premium or a live only member, you guys are getting a free bingo event next Tuesday night, and we have lots of prizes to give away. We've got like over 50 prizes that we're going to be giving away to the members. So keep that in mind. Eileen asked about my son's mouth. It's doing fine, Eileen. He cannot bite with his front teeth, obviously, for quite a while, the dentist said. But he's just going to keep going in for regular checkups every couple of weeks to sort of see how it's doing, just to keep a track of it, and we'll just kind of go from there. But so far, so good. So, and you guys are all wishing me happy birthday. I see a ton of you guys doing that. Thank you so much, you guys. You're so sweet. And Terry said she uses the magnetic dish all the time so she doesn't lose the dies. I know. And I had my magnetic dish here, and I feel like I must have tossed it to the dish, and I must have missed it. And it somehow scooted back onto the desk and got hidden in between those 2 blocks. So who knows, but I did find it. Okay. Finally, adhesive kits. I have these adhesive kits in these adorable little pouches. You get a liquid glue, an adhesive eraser, the glue dots, the adhesive or the sand eraser, the bag, the ruler, the tear and tape, the seal, the dimensionals. You also get some black dimensionals in there too. So there we go. And then I will now get the products or the bucket for my first project. And we're going to do, I guess, this. Okay. So we're going to be using this paper. I always call it the man paper, but it's the man paper. I was right. Okay, we're also going to be using a stamp set called Go To Greetings. Now, this is one of the stamp sets in the annual catalog by one of our $1 Million sellers at Sandy Hartka. I actually had the pleasure of hanging out with Sandy Hartka at a Founder Circle event a number of years ago, and she's just a sweetheart, so I was very excited to get her set. And it's just a lot of great greetings in a lot of different fonts. I mean, they're like greetings we all use. And it's nice to have a variety of fonts because sometimes, if you have a cutesy card you're giving to a child, this probably isn't the font you're going to use on their card, but you might use this or this. So I really was excited to get this set, and I'm so glad that she helped design this. We're also going to be using this Stylish Sketches stamp set. This is one of the items you can choose with a $50 order during celebration. And it's not really my style of stamp, but I have seen a few cards with it, and I made a card today. And another reason why I had to have it was Peepers. I don't know how Peepers is doing. I'm assuming Peepers is fine, but this reminds me, of course, of my sweet little Peepers. So I had to get it. And then we're going to be using one of the squares out of the Stylish Shapes dies. I'm also using the Quatrefoil embossing folder. I did emboss a layer with this, so we'll get that too. And so let me get my paper pack in here. There we go. So I'm using mint macaron as my card base. Oh, I need to get an inside piece. Well, I'll get that in a second. So I've got a 5.5 by 8.5 mint macaron. I have a 4 by 5.25 that I have embossed with the Quatrefoil folder. And then after I got done with this, I didn't want it to be super noticeable. I just wanted it to be a very subtle background. So I took my bone folder and I kind of smashed all my embossing down. So it's fairly flat, but it still has some really nice texture. Okay. So that is going to go on the front of our card. I have a piece of this pattern of the Designer Series paper, and I cut this to 2 by, I don't remember, 4.5. Yes, 2 by 4.5. I have this stylish shape square, so it's got the little polka dots kind of punctured in all the way around because of the die. And then I have a layer of early espresso that is a 3 by 3 to go behind this. This is a very simple card. Let me get the inside layer here. Whoops, that's not big enough. I think this is probably, will this fit? It's probably a 3 3/4 by 5, but it's fine. We're not going to be picky about it. We don't care. Okay. So I'm going to first start out by stamping my little duck friends, whoops, on this piece right here and my sentiment. So here is Peepers and his friend. And then I did choose the happy birthday because today's my birthday. In case you guys didn't know, it's my birthday. Kind of excited. Okay. And I'm old. Well, I mean, I'm sure age is relative, but I feel kind of old sometimes. I'm 56 years old today. All right, so I've got a happy birthday sentiment that I am going to stamp here on the bottom of this layer. I'm trying to center it, and usually I stick my head so I can see straight down on my paper, but my camera's in the way, so I can't really see straight down, but that worked out pretty good. And then we will go ahead and get sweet little Peepers and Peeper's friend. Let's see, about like that, I think. There we go. Now, you can leave this just as you want. You can leave it just as it is if you want. But in case you're interested, I'm going to show you something that you can do if you want. You can, after you stamp the image, you can take a blender pen. Okay. Oh, Eileen, you're so sweet. And you can just kind of pull some ink, because the ink isn't completely dry. And so you can just use your blender pen to basically just kind of follow those highlighting lines that are already, in here from the stamp to add some, I guess, color, maybe dimension, what have you, to the ducks. And then you can also do the ground if you want. So if you are interested, that's one way to do it. So you can have it plain or you can have it colored, and then make sure you scribble the color off of your blender pen and you can be done with that. Now I also did want to bring in a light crumb cake marker, a blend, because I wanted to just add a tiny bit of dimension underneath their feet with my blend. Okay. So basically that part of the card is finished. Oh, you know what? I think we might go ahead and stamp our little friends again in here. Just kind of off the page, a little bit at the bottom. I just kind of always like to add a little something to the insides of my cards. I just feel like it's just a little bit fun for someone to open it up and have even more fun on the inside. So we are now, excuse me, I'm going to add, this is crazy. I was using this seal in a live that I did on the catalog kickoff, and it was twisted, and I thought maybe I had twisted it, because some of you guys may have seen that live and you may be thinking, what happened to your seal? I think what happened is when it was getting rolled onto the little spools at the factory, I think they flipped it. Somehow it got flipped. I don't know, because I didn't do anything to it. I know I didn't. And as I took it apart and I was kind of messing around with it, I could see that it was flipped. And so anyways, I tried to fix it. So we'll see. If it doesn't work out and I can't keep using it, I'll call Stampin' Up! And they'll replace it. I mean, I'm not concerned about that at all. So, all right. So we're going to stick our little friends on the inside here. There we go. And we've got our quatrefoil on the outside. So I'm going to use liquid glue to add this to the card because it's embossed. And I just feel like that it needs to have liquid glue. Okay. And we'll get this. I sort of feel like maybe my layer is short or my card is long. Is my card like a tiny bit too long? No, my layer might be a teensy. No, it's just right. I don't know. It looks a little off. All right. So thank you guys. I see more of you are wishing me happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys sure know how to make a gal feel good. Okay. So I have this little piece of paper. This was a 2x4. I am going to snip this into a banner shape. So I'm going to go in from the center and I'm going to snip. And we'll see if I can. Sometimes you got to be able to see pretty well to do this. And yeah, I think we can do it. There we go. And there we go. And I'm just going to add this to the card just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use my glue. Now I'm going to, just because I want to see how this looks, I'm going to kind of gently curl the end of this. And I'm going to purposely not put glue there, just so it kind of stands up a little bit. I think that might be kind of interesting. All right, so I'm going to attach this so that it is at the top. And like so. Make sure that it's kind of centered, because a lot of times, I don't know, my eyeballs play tricks on me and they don't center things. Even though I think that they do, they don't. All right, so now I'm going to bring in some dimensionals, and I still have some of these edges of these minis. So I'm going to see if I can get this used up. We'll see. I don't know. That's kind of a lot of dimensionals to use up, but we'll see what happens. We'll go 4 on this. I don't think we need one in the middle. I don't think it can sag. It's a pretty small piece. So, but we'll definitely use these pieces here. Okay. I think that's centered. This is definitely a man card. Maybe I'll give this to my husband for his birthday, which is next month while we're on vacation, because I'm going to remember that he had a birthday. Yeah, I'm still really excited to go upstairs and see if he has remembered my birthday. Okay. So I have some of these cute little rustic metallic adhesive dots, and I'm going to use some of these little tiny ones, I think. And I think what I want to do with them is I'm going to try this. We'll see what happens. I didn't actually do this yet today, so I'm going to see if I can just put them in the corner. I can. There we go. Then the last thing I want to do is I want to add a little bit of baker's twine. Well, it's not baker's twine. Well, yeah, it is. What's twine? It's this new twine that we have in the holiday catalog. It's called the silver, what is it called? Silver threaded twine. And so it's really thick, but I discovered if you cut off a chunk, you can just pull the strands out of there. Okay. So here is a strand. And I don't know if I'm going to like this or not, but I'm going to tie a bow and I'm going to see if I like it at the bottom. I'm kind of thinking no, but I'm going to try. So, because I think it's okay to put a bow on a man card as long as it's some stuff like this. You know, if it was like pink ribbon, I probably wouldn't stick it on a man card. Whoops, I need scissors that are going to actually cut that. But, all right, what do you guys think? I was going to think about sticking it right here, but I'm wondering if that is overkill. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think. Bow or no bow. And while I'm cleaning up my mess, then we'll figure out what we're going to do, because the card's done now. So bow or no bow? Julie says no, 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 no. All saying no. Tony says either way. We've got no, no. Oh my gosh. I don't think anybody has said yes. Nope. Okay. You guys are feeling what I'm saying. We're going to remove the bow. I'm going to stick it over here. I can use it on something else. Well, that is just a good tip for you guys to know that you can pull those strands out, and there you go. BJ does say both. I hate to say it, BJ, but I think we're overruled. So there we have it, our first card. I think it's just a pretty good, simple card for a guy. And of course, you could use the wolf image. If your guy's not a fan of ducks, you could make your layer just a little bit bigger, or you could turn it this way and have it be this way instead of that. You could have it be, what is this? Landscape, and this is portrait, to get that in there. I feel like either one of them would be good. So there we go. All right, let me put these stamps away. I'm gonna clean them off just enough so that when I stick them into the bucket, they don't transfer ink all over other things that are in the bucket. Okay. We can put all that back. That can go over there. Okay, we are ready for card number 2. All right, this one is going to take a little time. It's got a few steps to it. None of them are difficult, but it's going to take a little bit of time. We're going to be using one of my favorite stamp sets called A Fish and a Wish. Now, this does come with a punch if you want to order it as a bundle, which of course, why wouldn't you? Because you can punch out these fish. I think it'll punch out this one too. It's only $36. Of course, the shipping and tax on top of that, but the catalog price is $36. I think it's $36, maybe it's $36.50, but really an inexpensive bundle. And I love this stamp set. So this is going to be my class to go for the month of August, which I have to kind of get my ducks in a row now so that I can, you know, have things posting while I'm gone about it. So we're going to use this today, not the punch, but we're going to use the stamp set. But I wanted to let you know that there's a punch that goes with it. All right. So we are going to use, all we're using is white. Well, this is a spare in case I screw up. We're using white and blue. I'm missing a white. Where? Oh, wait a minute. Is this the, hold on. I have to measure something. 3 1/4. What's this? Oh, okay. Hold on. I need to cut a piece of paper down just a tad because I'm actually using white for my main layer and then white for the other layer. So what did I say I needed? Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm old. So 3 1/4. That's 3 5/8. 3 5/8. No, 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. Wow. Math is hard. Okay, so I need to cut this to 3 3/8 by 4. Oh, I hope this is big enough. No. Ugh, of course. So this needs to be 4 5/8. There's 4 1/2. There's 4 5/8 right there by 3 3/8, which is right there. Okay. So this piece needs to go. Oh my gosh. I need to get it together. Maybe they were just so slightly smaller that I couldn't tell. Okay, yeah, that looks to be correct. Okay, those I'm keeping, that I'm keeping. These I don't need for the moment. So I'm going to put them behind me so I don't mess up again. Okay, so I need the smaller one. So the smaller one is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Here it is. Final answer. All right, so I need to bring in my little scratch paper here. And I have to tell you, my order that's arriving tomorrow is going to be bringing me a new sheet, a new pad of this, because I literally have like 3 pieces left because I love this stuff and I use it all the time. So I'm going to lay my little piece on here, and I'm going to bring in a blending brush and some Tahitian Tide ink. And this is the card that I was making when I should have found my die, but I didn't see it until I was kind of cleaning up later. But yeah, these are the 2 blocks that I pulled out that made my die visible to me afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to cover this piece of paper with some Tahitian Tide ink. So I'm going to rub my brush over the ink pad, and then I like to kind of rub some of it off onto my block so that I don't have too much on here when I start. Oh, whoops, you can't see, sorry. So I just have a little bit on here. So then I can pull, whoops, I don't know how to see where I can get everything in here and be able to work. Okay, I need a piece of tissue or something because I don't want to hold this with my hand because I'll get, it can take the ink off because you have oils on your hands and then it can leave like fingerprints and nobody wants that. So, and this doesn't have to be perfect, okay? I'm just laying down some color. I think it looks pretty good. Let me get just a little bit more. It's a little light. Oh no, that was too dark. Well, it won't matter. It won't matter. This is going to be one of those things that it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so we have ink on there. Perfect. So we'll close that up and we'll move the brush aside for the moment along with the block. And now we are going to do some embossing. And in case you guys did not know, Stampin' Up! Just came out with a little embossing kit, which is really exciting. We used to sell the Embossing Buddy. We have in the past sold embossing trays a long time ago. We have sold a brush that came with the tray. And then we have sold some cross-lock tweezers in a kit a while ago. So now they have put everything together into one package, the tray, the tweezers, the brush, and the Embossing Buddy, to make it pretty convenient. So if you don't already have some of these embossing supplies, I highly recommend getting them because you won't be sorry. All right, so I'm going to cover this with the Embossing Buddy. So I'm going to kind of tap it on there to release the powder. And we should be good, I hope. Okay, so then I'm going to stamp some of these fish in Versamark. Where are my fish? Here are my fish. Okay, so I'm going to ink up my fish in Versamark. And my theory on Versamark, you guys, is ink it up until you think you have enough and then ink it up some more. You can never have too much. All right, so I'm going to stamp a fish right here. I'm going to ink that up again. I'm going to stamp a fish kind of down here. And now you might be wondering, how do you even know where you're stamping it? Well, I can barely see. There's like a shininess to the ink and the light will sort of catch it. So that's how I know what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to cover these fish now with clear embossing powder. This is one of our powders. This comes in a collection of 3. I think it's called the Basics. It's got clear, black, and white in it. And so we're going to use the clear. And I think I missed a tail right there. Okay, and we should be good. We should not have any excess powder where we don't want it since we used our Embossing Buddy. And I think it looks pretty clean, so I'm pretty happy about that. So then I'm going to ink up the smaller fish. And this little fish is going to swim the opposite direction. Okay. So he's going to swim here and here. So then I'm going to bring this back over to my tray and get those couple of fish. So now we have 5-ish fish on here. Okay, so now I'm going to take the little cap off of the tray and then I can funnel the excess powder back into the container. And then you can use your brush to facilitate that. So you can push the powder down to the opening and then get it all back into your container. Okay, so let me put the lid on that. Put the lid on this because I'm going to bring in my heat tool now. So it's going to get loud and I apologize, but you have to do it. All right, where's my tool? Okay, so you can see that I have these fish. Oh, I got a little bit of excess powder right there. I don't know where that came from. So I've got all my fish on here. So now I'm going to do the heating. So now it's going to get loud, so I'm sorry. This is one of those techniques that I could do 100 times and never get tired of it. I love watching embossing powder melt. It just takes a few seconds for my tool to heat up to temperature, and then it'll just go crazy and it'll start melting everything. There we go. You just want to make sure that you watch it and make sure that all your powder gets melted. Because if you don't melt it all, then of course it will flake off. And then you won't have a complete fish. Normally I do my embossing before I go live, but you kind of have to do the whole step process in order for it to work. Okay. So now we have our fish that are embossed, and I want to make sure everything looks dry and like it's supposed to. Okay, we're good. I'm going to bring my paper back in. And now I'm going to use another color of ink. I'm going to use some Pacific Point. Okay. Oh, you guys are still telling me happy birthday. Thank you. So I'm going to use some Pacific Point. So I'm going to get some Pacific Point on my brush. And then I'm going to get a little bit of it off because I don't want it to be a ton at this moment. I don't want it to make a giant mess. And then I am going to cover the layer with the Pacific Point. Where's my paper here? So now it's going to be darker. Pacific Point and Tahitian Tide, you guys, is like a dream combination. They just look so good together. I'm having some issues with my paper wanting to bend on me a little bit. So I'm going to have to be a little more careful. Get some more ink. Oh gosh, I hope you guys can see. Sometimes I move out of the frame and I'm not really paying attention. Oh, good Lord, I am just bound and determined to bend this, aren't I? Okay, so you can see I'm going over the fish, and then I'm going to bring in a Kleenex. And now I find that actual real Kleenex works best. This is actual Kleenex brand. A lot of those other cheaper brands are like super fuzzy, and they're just, I don't know. They don't work that good. This is just a random scrap piece that I don't really like. So now I'm going to remove the excess ink. No, and this Kleenex is not working as great as I thought. Well, I mean, it is, but... Okay, so now you can see where my fish have kind of come through. So now we have our fish on there. Fantastic. So then the next step is to bring in the Tahitian Tide and the little seaweed stamp. And I'm going to stamp some seaweed on this. There we go. And then again, we're going to get that ink off. So it should mostly remove anywhere there's embossing. So it'll kind of give us the appearance that the seaweed is in the back a little bit, or that our fish are completely see-through. Okay, so then I have a sentiment that says, I don't know what this says, sending well wishes. And we're going to do that in some Pacific Point, kind of right in this little well area where I don't have, well, let me stamp it on here first and see if it's straight. Yeah, it seems to be. Okay, so is that straight? Sort of. Okay. So that is the little bit of a technique. It's not, anything spectacular. I'm sure all of you guys have probably done this before, but I just think it's really fun, especially with these fish. I am just loving these fish. Let me get my blocks out of the way. So now I'm going to add, I wish that you could. I have looked literally everywhere. Stampin' Up! Quit selling them, and I've never been able to find them again. I have no idea where you get them, Audrey, so I'm really sorry. I can't stamp without them. So I'm addicted to them, and so I have to keep using them. And I get comments all the time from people, where did you get those? And I wish I could tell you. Okay, so then we've got white that used to be white that we're adhering to white. Oh, Janice, you're so sweet. Janice just gave me a cute little tip. So sweet. Thank you so much. Okay. So then we have a little background there. And then we're going to add this to a Tahitian Tide card base, but we are going to first stamp this little kind of wavy, I don't know if it's supposed to be water maybe. This wavy stuff. Oh, Brenda is also a super sweetheart. Thank you, guys. I'm getting some birthday money. What am I going to buy? I'm going to put it towards my new printer. That's what I'm going to do. Some of you may be wondering if I have gotten a new printer yet. No. I talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the show. I need to research what I want, and I just do not have time to do that yet. My stupid way of making it work is working, even though it's stupid and I hate it. But I'm trying to get ready to go on vacation. We're still doing the catalog kickoff group. I'm still doing the rest of my work. And so I don't have time to research it right now. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to put this on top of and just have a little bit of detail on the back there. So let me get some dimensionals. Where are those ones I was cutting on? Here we go. So I'm going to use 5 this time. Brought back 2. Yeah, I know. I hope so. I keep wondering, Tammy, if they're going to come out with blocks that have grids on them. I keep waiting. I have no insider information that it's happening. I just keep hoping that it is, because I really think it would be a good move on their part to have blocks with grid lines. Okay, so I'm going to add this layer to my Tahitian Tide. Is that straight? You know me, old, can't see, even though I had 2 cataract surgeries before the age of 55. Okay, then there's more. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Oh my gosh, can I get that off? I think I can. Hold on. Come on, get off, get off, get off. I forgot. I was going to spritz this with some water. So hold on. Let me bring in this mat because I have some kind of sticky on there. So I have a little dampen spritzer with some water, and I wanted to spritz this because I want it to look like some underwaterness. Let me make sure it's not going to spray me in the face. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of pick up, and you guys can probably see, and of course it's going to mess up my sentiment. That was dumb. You know what I could do though? I think what I might do is try this. We're going to try to fix a mistake, because you know Barb constantly makes mistakes. I'm going to stamp this again on this label punch, and I'm going to see if I can stick it over the top of that. Maybe I should have used alcohol. I don't know. Alcohol might have worked better. I mean, the effect that it gave was really cool, because you can see it kind of made it splotchy and splattery. But splotchy and splattery also, that's too long, got, oh my gosh, what the heck? The splotchy and splattery also made a problem for me, where it screwed up my sentiment. Okay, hold on. We're going to do this. I need to, oh, you know what I can do? There, I'm going to make a handle. There. So I'm wondering if I can just do that. I need to get my heat tool back, because this is too wet. I should have used alcohol. Note to self. Use alcohol next time, Barb. This paper is still kind of damp. Okay. I think that's all right. Now, I'm wondering, is that going to look dumb? It might. We'll see. Hold on. Let me bring this back. If we put this on, I wonder if I could, do you think I could stamp over it? I'm going to try. I'm going to try to stamp over it again. We'll see what happens. I don't have, I don't have, what's the word? I'm not confident that this is going to work. Oh, am I going to ruin this whole thing? Oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Okay, you guys are saying it looks fine the way it is. Okay, I'm not going to, I think I would totally screw it up if I tried to do that. Oh, let's just see. If I tried to overstamp this, could I? I'm thinking no. And the answer is no. That's a no. I'm glad you guys saved me. I was getting ready to do it, and you guys said, don't do it. So I didn't. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do is add some embellishments. You guys may not have seen these before, but we have these in the catalog. They're a little sequin stack, and I'm going to use these blue ones. I've already pulled out some of the ones that I want to use. And look at these fun little things. So all of the containers are different colors, but a lot of them have the same thing in them. So like they have these little tiny, I think, goldish sequins. They have a colored stop sign in large and small size. They have half pearls. If you guys didn't know that, these little half pearls are pretty cool. If I could flip it over, there it is. And then they have these little sparkly, kind of whitish sequins. And then they have like a colored sequin. So here's what I'm going to use, like these little blue colored sequins. So let me put these back into the container and put the lid on so that I don't dump sequins all over the place. And then I'm going to get my liquid glue, and we're going to add some sequins. Make sure there's no glue booger on the end of this. Oh, here comes some glue. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of act like, you know, these fish are maybe blowing some bubbles, some of them. and we'll see. Okay, so here is a sequin going on. I'll have to press that down. But we have another sequin. There's just a lot of fun sequins in here, and I'm kind of debating on whether I'm going to add these sequins to my class. I really like them. And I think you could have pink fish. Why not? Salmon is pink, right? Get on that there. Okay. That actually might be a large silver sequin rather than a blue one. Yes, it is. I don't want that one. We're going to trade that for a blue one. And we're going to add another little tiny blob of glue because my glue is used up on that other sequin. Oh, get on there. Okay. So there. How fun is that? All right, so let me bring my inside layer in here. And I'm just going to quickly stamp some fish. So here is a Pacific Point fish. And then I have a Tahitian tide. Where's my small fish? Here it is. And maybe he can be swimming that direction. And then maybe this fish can kind of be where? Oh, I don't know. Like that? I don't know. There, we're leaving it like that. Okay, that's going to go on the inside of the card. As I'm tossing a bunch of this stuff back in my bucket. And then we can bring the inside layer and get it to the inside of the card. Okay, those little sequins are really cute. I was very excited when I got them and opened them up and saw all the fun different designs of sequins that are in there. There's just a lot. Okay, so there it is, our cute little fish card and fish on the inside. Yay! All right, let me put some of this stuff away. I might need that. I might need that. These I don't need. So we're going to stick them on my desk. My crown is falling off, you guys. What the heck? Okay. All right. Our final card. It could be Christmas in July, you guys. That's what we're going with for this next card. And I realize it's probably early to be thinking about Christmas, but sometimes it's not early to be thinking about Christmas because we always think we're going to have time to get our Christmas cards done, and then, oh my gosh, it's Christmas. So here's a simple card. Oh my gosh, Terry, you are so awesome. Thank you so much, Terry. She just gave me a little guy. Oh, he's shouting victory. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Thank you, Terry. Okay, so we're using the Joyful Flurry bundle, which is a stamp set and some dies, and then the Hope and Peace stamp set that has a lot of really nice sentiments for Christmas, a lot of different fonts. I always try to get a new font or a new sentiment set every year just because I think they're kind of fun. So there we go. All right, so here are our pieces and parts. Oops, get out. So I have also used, oh, I didn't bring the die set over here. The Celebrate with Tags dies, excuse me, is one of the bundles we're using in the catalog kickoff. And so I decided I was going to just use regular old Blushing Bride paper. And then I remembered that we have this beautiful brushstroke specialty paper. And so I die cut the tag out of this. You can see the detail and the texture. It's just beautiful. But it's a little bit thin. It's a little thinner maybe even than Designer Series paper. And so I am going to add it to another tag, a white one, just to give it a little more substance, okay? So that is my reasoning behind doing this, is I just wanted it to have a little more substance than I think it has by itself for this particular card. Oh, yeah, that seal is not working. I'm going to have to call Stampin' Up! And get a replacement. Okay, so I am going to glue my Blushing Bride specialty paper to my tag. Ah, my finger's stuck. There. So now it's the same thing. It's just a little bit sturdier and I'm a little bit happier with it. Now there's also some snowflake dies. And so I did cut these out. Now I have to say this particular snowflake, when you die cut it, it doesn't completely cut out of the paper. So it's designed to like maybe like move it around and then have a bunch of snowflakes to where you could pull the little arms up. So you can easily just go around it and snip all these little sections on the inside. You can easily snip those off. It took me literally just seconds to do that because I wanted a larger snowflake. All right, so we have that. We also have some ink on her. Oh my gosh, ink everywhere. Okay, I totally just licked that because it's non-toxic, so it's not going to kill me. I'm also going to use the silver and gold 6x6 specialty paper. This is from Celebration. And you can see I was actually on that previous card, I actually tried to do it on this paper, but it did not work out very well at all. And I don't know what the problem was. I couldn't get the ink off of the fish. I don't know if it's this paper. I'm not sure, but it didn't work. So we decided to use the little polka dots because I feel like they kind of resemble snow. So that's what we're going to do with this. We're going to add some little polka dots to the side. It's going to be a super quick card, you guys. Super quick. All right, so the polka dots are going to go on the front of the card. Oh, come on. I may have to change this seal out. We'll see. I think with all my trying to rig it up, I made it not work. It didn't work to begin with, but I made it, well, I made it work different, which isn't good. But we're going to persevere here with it. Okay, so I am going to snip off the end of that because that was a little bit too long. All right, so this is a tag. It's just going to sit here. Not a big deal. It's not going to do anything else but sit there. So we are going to stamp a sentiment on it, and the sentiment that I'm stamping on it does come from the Snowflake set. It says Joyful Wishes, and I just love this font. I wish my handwriting looked like that rather than the garbage that it does look like. Is what it is. And I did find that you can stamp on this paper. I give it a couple seconds to dry, and then it shouldn't smear. Make sure this is not upside down. I don't like to put labels on my stamps because I'm lazy. That's the only reason. Literally the only reason. Okay, so while that's drying, we're going to bring our inside panel in. And one of the large snowflakes that's in the set, and you see I wrote myself a note, stamp it off, Barb. So I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to stamp it onto my inside layer. So we're going to ink it up. We'll bring this in, and we'll stamp it off. We'll huff on it. And then we're going to try to stamp it in the middle on the inside. Wow, that's still pretty dark. What happens if we flip it over and go one more time? I'll breathe on it again. That's better. Okay, so then I have a sentiment that came out of that other set that says peace on earth, goodwill to all. I just like that. I think that's a nice sentiment. Okay, so we're going to ink this up. So this was smoky slate. Maybe that was basic gray. Maybe that was my problem. I thought I got it in the smoky slate. I'll have to go back and watch the video. I meant to do it in smoky slate, stamp it off once and stamp it. But stamping it off once still made it dark. So this is supposed to be smoky slate and basic gray. We'll see what happens here. There, that looks good. That's going to go on the inside. Close these things up, and I just keep getting ink on my hands. All right, we're good. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside. I think I hear my husband upstairs, you guys. I can hardly wait to go up there with this crown on and see what he says to me. Unless, of course, he remembers, or if somebody tipped him off, like my daughter. That would not be unlike her to send him a text and say, hey, did you know Mom's birthday's today? He'd be like, no. Oh, Debbie, happy anniversary to you. 22 years. That's awesome. All right, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue to that little circle there, and I'm going to add that to my tag. I can't decide if I'm going to cut these snowflake arms off or not. I don't know. I might. I might not. I kind of feel like if I don't, is it going to be too much having... maybe not. We'll see. All right, I don't know how this is going to work. Maybe like that. Again, super simple card. And then we have this fun little twine stuff. This is called, what is it called? Iridescent trim. That's it. Iridescent trim. Okay, so we'll see. Anne says, oh no, he didn't remember your birthday. I don't know, Anne. We're going to see when I go upstairs. He hasn't yet, but the day's not over. And it's possible that somebody tipped him off, or if my son did buy me a gift and it's sitting upstairs, then my husband might have seen it. So we'll see. I'm kind of laughing to myself. I'm chuckling. Part of me wants him not to remember so I can laugh about it. And then the other part wants him to remember because, hello, I'm your fabulous wife and it's my birthday. We'll see what happens. Dimensionals, where did they go? I lost them. All right, so we're going to add our tag. And then I have one last little thing to add onto this. Okay. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, it's definitely not my best work, but it's not my worst work either. That's a little bit too long. I need to snip that off. Okay. The last thing I want to do is add some festive pearls. Here we go. Festive pearls, because there are these really super shiny silver pearls here that I think will be fantastic in the centers of these snowflakes. If we can get them in the centers, it'll be another birthday miracle. Okay, I think we did it. Yay! There. All right, guys, there it is. There's my last card of the evening. Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes and all the tips that you guys have given me. You guys are so amazing. Here are our other cards that we did. We did this fun man card. And then we had our cute little fish card. Like I said, this is going to be my class to go for next month because I'm just really excited from it. The tag Terry is from the Celebrate Tags bundle. It's got that also little kind of pocket. It's a gift card holder. We're using it in the catalog kickoff. All right. So you guys, thanks again. I found my die for those of you that are just joining us. I did find my die. Woohoo! I haven't gotten a new printer. I'm working on that. That's going to take some preparation on my part to figure out what I want. And I don't know what it is. So here we go. So I will see you guys next week. I've already got my cards planned out because I'm going to be leaving 2 days after I go live, but I want to go live for you guys because otherwise I'll be gone for 2 weeks after that. And yeah, that's 3 weeks in a row is too long for me to be gone from you guys because I enjoy this much too much to be gone for 3 weeks. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out all the stuff I have in the description of this video. Yeah, all the classes and everything. So I will see you guys next week and I'll give you an update on my birthday. All right, guys. Bye-bye.